Hoop Dreams, the podcast, an Unlearning Network production.
All right, here we go. It's finally time for the March Madness Tournament. This preview is brought to you by our partners at MyBookie. It's time for you to make your picks and score big on the non-stop action with MyBookie. Predict winners in each round of MyBookie bracket contest for a chance to win a Bitcoin, a Doodle NFT, and over $100,000 more in cash prizes. Whether you're filling out multiple brackets, betting on a national championship winner, or simply looking for player and game props, MyBookie has you covered. Sign up today with MyBookie and use promo code HoopDreams, all caps, one word, to make your final deposit, earning a free entry into MyBookie contest. Selections for the bracket will officially begin on March 13th and close March 17th at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. So make sure you get your deposit in now with promo code HoopDreams to secure that free entry. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. Remember, use promo code HoopDreams, all caps, one word.
Also, remember to sign up for the Hoop Dreams Bracket Challenge for a chance to win shoes and merch from our guys at Wanted. That's all caps, WANTD. Follow, like, and tag us both at Agee Hoop Dreams and Wanted at the Wanted app.
All right, here we go, Agee. Let's get into this, man. March Madness preview, week 1. Here we go. Thursday. People got to get your picks in now. We're going to start out in the West. You got to start with the number 1 overall seed, Gonzaga facing Georgia State. And of course, everybody's question is, would this be the year Gonzaga finally get it done? Coach Mark Few, a tournament regular now, leading his Bulldogs into the tournament. As you know, we're going to see as far as they can go. I don't know. Maybe Georgia State can pull an upset. I don't think so, but who you got, AG?
Man, Georgia State getting blown out the gym. They not even fun. They not even. I seen Georgia State play. They don't even have the athletes these guys do. They don't care. They can bring their best game on their best day. You know how you said you could beat anybody on any day? Well, y'all ain't beating Gonzaga on this day. So Gonzaga, pencil them in.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, man. I mean, unfortunately, shout out to Georgia State for getting into the tournament, but unfortunately, they're going up against a powerhouse right there, man. So that's a no-brainer there. Here's the thing, man. Next, we got these 8-9 matchups. I mean, truthfully, these are really just a toss-up. You can go either way with these. So we got Boise State versus Lil Penny and Big Penny over there in Memphis. Who you got?
I like this matchup, man. One of my ex-teammates, Sean Pryor's son, plays for Boise State.
Really?
You don't get no time. Sit on the bench, coach. You know, you could put him in, coach. K-Son Pryor, you could put him in the game.
That's right.
But you're right, man. They like even. If I have to give it up, I'll get an edge to Memphis over there.
Yeah, I'm going to give the edge to Memphis, too. I think one of the things that I think Memphis is hungry. Not to say that Boise State isn't hungry. And what I mean by that is that they just haven't been there since 2014. So it's going to be interesting to see how that game plays out. But again, I just think these 8-9 matchups can go either way. Continuing, we got number 5 Connecticut getting them ready to play against number 12 New Mexico State. Obviously, Connecticut is led by guard R.J. Cole, 6'9" center, Adama, I don't even want to say his last name, and hot shooting forward Tyrese Martin. And New Mexico is appearing in the tournament for the 3rd time under Coach Chris Jennings, led by their WAC Player of the Year, Teddy Allen. Who you got?
Oh, man. I'm rolling with New Mexico in this game, man.
Really?
One of my boys, yeah. That's where most of Chicago dudes went there, man. So I'm riding with them on here. Shaky Sean, Rodney Walker, Skywalker, Keith Johnson, Johnny Selvey, all them dudes went up through New Mexico State. So I'm riding with them over Connecticut.
Man, shout out to that New Mexico-Chicago line. Got to go with Connecticut simply because I just think sometimes when I look at conference for conference, the Big East having to battle that type of competition every night, Not quite sure the WAC matches up to that, but you know, you never know. You never know.
Mm-hmm.
Your second home, Arkansas, number 4 versus Vermont. I'm just gonna jump ahead and say Arkansas gonna smack them. I'm just gonna put that one where it's at. I just think Arkansas again. They just got too much for Vermont. They not ready for that.
Yeah, Arkansas is pretty tough this year. That one boy over there got the like the Detroit Red Afro. I think that's him. I forget. He's everything they build him up to be. Vermont, you know, one of them little small mid-major schools. You know, I don't really too much know about them, but I'm sure they're gonna play hard. They ain't get here for nothing. Mm-hmm. But Arkansas too gonna overmatch them.
Yeah, that's tough for them, man. And of course, next, you know, I'm still not understanding these play-in games because you got Rutgers, Notre Dame. They got a play-in game to face Alabama. I really wish the NCAA just go ahead and, you know, extend that number to 72 teams and, hey, just make it happen. But that Rutgers, Notre Dame, again, I think that's a toss-up. I think Rutgers can pull it out. But if Notre Dame gets hot, I think Notre Dame wins that game. So if I'm picking, I think Notre Dame will shoot well, and I think they win that game and face Alabama in that first round. And after facing Alabama, I think Alabama sends Notre Dame packing going home. But who you got?
Oh, man, I got the Rutgers, man. I'm going with Ron Harper Jr., baby, and the crew. I'm going with Ron Harper Jr. now. Love the way that boy shoot the ball. And a couple of more they players play hard. Got some they battle on the boards on both ends. I think Rutgers can get out of this series. I mean, these two games, I think they can beat Notre Dame, and I think they have a chance to beat Alabama.
That's true. Not saying that they can't, because they both coming out of quality tournaments. That's what's amazing. That's why I don't like these play-in games, because you got the SEC waiting on the winner of the Big Ten or the ACC. I mean, it's like, you know, what's going on over there. But then, man, you're coming on to my neck of the woods. You got Texas Tech, number 3, facing Montana. Obviously, Texas Tech is led by their star, Bryson Williams. And truthfully, they're one of the surprises, because I thought with the coaching change that they had this year that they was going to take a step back, but they actually got better as a team. So I'm giving Texas Tech the nod in this 3 versus 14 matchup. But who you got?
Man, this is crazy. Who got the biggest ranch? do Montana got the biggest ranch, or Texas Tech got the big? Who are they riding in on horses? That's what I want to know.
Exactly.
Who got the biggest horse and the biggest stallion? You know what I'm saying? I don't know that they gonna be serving steaks. I mean, I don't know in this game. I'm gonna roll with Texas Tech over Montana.
You have to say it like that, over Montana.
Yeah. Over Montana.
I feel you. I'm with you on that one, man. And of course, you know, that 7 versus 10 matchup, Michigan State, who was known for great guards. I mean, whether they came from Michigan, Chicago, you name it. Going against Steph Curry's school, Davidson. I'm a little iffy on this one, simply because I didn't think at one point that Michigan State was actually going to get into the tournament, because they had such an up and down year. But I do think we may actually have our first upset of the tournament. I think Davidson, if they're shooting and if they continue to play the way that they've been playing all year, I think they catch Michigan State in this first game. But who you got?
Dude, I'm riding with Davidson. I seen Michigan State turn the ball over 6 times with 3 minutes left, almost damn near lost the game, bro. You talking about they got good guards. They supposed to have good guards. I like the boy, I think the Walker name, his last name, I don't know, but he was in the game too. I mean, they had all their ball handlers in the game. And I mean, Tom Izzo was just over there looking like he was about to just take his head off, his own head off, and just throw it across the court.
That's right.
I mean, I don't know. Michigan State this year, they was up and down, man. You know, they have a lot of mental turnovers, man. Just dumb. So I'm riding with Davidson. They the underdog to me in this game. Smaller program against a big program. I'll go with Davidson over this one. A-10, yeah.
In his next game, Agee, it's one of these ones where a powerhouse can fall right away because we've seen it before, and particularly we've seen it in past recent years from this school. We got number 2 Duke facing 15 Cal State out of Fullerton, California. The issue becomes in Coach K's final season, will these guys get it done for him? I'm not so sure, but in his first round, I do think they get past Cal State. But then again, you never know with them Duke Blue Devils, how they going to play in that first round. But who you got?
Man, I want to pick against Duke, but I can't against Cal State Fullerton. I mean, I seen them play, but Duke is way better than these guys. Now, let me tell you something. If Duke come out and struggle with this squad in the first 5 minutes, it gonna be a game.
Mm-hmm.
They got to put these boys away in the first 5 minutes already.
Absolutely.
Put them in a chokehold and put them to sleep.
And see, I don't know if that's been Duke's struggle this year. They put guys away, but then when you look up, they let them right back in.
They let them right back in, bro. That's been the knock on them, man. And a lot of them say like the players, they're so young for them to not even understand the Duke mantra of a player. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they don't understand that.
Absolutely, because with the way that things are going, top guys last 1 year, so there's never any of that fallback to say, this how we play, this how we get it done, this how we win. So I'm with you. This could very well be an upset, but I do think Duke will pull it out. But I agree with you. If Duke can't hit shots early on, they are in for a long
because
night.
One thing about Cal State Fullerton, Will, that them boys, they not scared of nothing. Now, I done seen them play like they play hard, too.
And see, that's what I love about all the seeds that are higher seeds. They're looking like, we ain't got nothing to lose.
Them be the dangerous ones to play against. That's why you got to put them to sleep immediately.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, what does Cal State Fullerton got to fear from the Duke Blue Devils? Nothing. They looking like, hey, we gonna make this happen. And actually, I love those kind of games because it keeps the fire going in the tournament, man. You need that.
And you never know. That. Another team may get inspired by they win.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Like, man, you see what Cal State Fullerton just did? Oh, man, who we playing? Oh, we got Gonzaga. Man, we got to do the same thing they did.
All it takes is one. Because you know what I recognize, man, in the tournament every year? Everybody want that one shining moment.
Oh,
this could
man.
be it for Cal State. You never know.
Speaking of Gonzaga.
Here we go, man. Because we just picked that first round in the West. But we got Gonzaga, and in my bracket, I got Gonzaga, Memphis. And then I got Gonzaga beating Memphis going into the Sweet 16. On that other side of the bracket, I got UConn beating New Mexico State, facing Arkansas, and then I got UConn in the Sweet 16 going against Gonzaga. Who you got?
Yeah, mine kind of looked like that too. I got Gonzaga coming out of that, beating Boise State. I'm picking Boise State to win that game, but I know Memphis gonna get them. But then I got Gonzaga going on to the Sweet 16. UConn, New Mexico State. I got New Mexico. Arkansas gonna beat Vermont. Arkansas should be able to beat New Mexico State and come out of that. On Alabama, I'm going to ride with the Rutgers against Texas Tech, and I'm going to get the Texas Tech squad beating Rutgers. Let them represent in the Sweet 16.
Really? So you got Gonzaga against Rutgers in the Sweet 16?
Yes.
Interesting. In that bottom half of the bracket, I do got Bama there going against Notre Dame. I think they will beat Notre Dame. I got Texas Tech beating Montana State there. And interesting enough, I actually got, this might sound crazy, I got Davidson, like I said earlier, beating Michigan State, meeting Duke in that second round, but I got Davidson beating Duke to play Texas Tech because I think Texas Tech will beat Bama, and I got Gonzaga and Texas Tech playing in that Sweet 16.
Yeah, I got Davidson playing Duke and Duke beating Davidson and Duke coming out of that.
Who's your pick for Duke? So you got Bama and Duke to come out.
No, Rutgers.
Oh, you got Rutgers beating.
Yeah, I want Rutgers to come out of that, but I think Texas Tech is gonna get them. I think Texas Tech is gonna get Rutgers, and then they're gonna be Duke versus Texas Tech.
I feel you on that. Except for, man, I think it's just hard to. Yeah, I feel you on that. I can see that. But I got Gonzaga and Texas Tech over there. All right, man, we heading out in the East. Well, we got that first round matchup. Baylor, who's the defending champion, going against the 16 seed Norfolk. I mean, again, your 16 seeds, I'm glad you made it to the tournament. That might just be the reward because Baylor is just too tough, too dominant right now for any team to match up against them in the 16.
Oh yeah, Baylor finna spank Norfolk, Virginia. Send them on back to that East Coast. They're gonna be a real them people. They don't play, man. Baylor don't play, and they for real.
When you got 3 legit NBA players on your roster, I mean, you got a freshman who's killing it, Jeremy. They got shooters, Adam Flagger and Matthew Meyer. And of course, man, they got, if he's healthy, I'm not sure, but LJ Cryer, if he's healthy, Baylor actually could get there and win this whole thing. So I got Baylor easy. But of course now, you already know what's next. Look, he don't even want to talk about it, but we're going to talk about them Warriors going against them Tar Heels. See, I don't even know what a Tar Heel is, man. I mean, what's a Tar Heel?
Oh, you talking about Marquette? The school don't even have a football team?
Absolutely.
Okay, yeah, let's talk about them guys.
Listen. Here's what's interesting about that. Name me a Big East school that got a football team besides Connecticut. That's about the only one. I don't know of no other schools that got a football team in the Big East.
That's right.
DePaul ain't got one. Rutgers ain't got one. St. John's ain't got one. So we gonna toss that argument out the window. But I think this is one of those 8, 9 matchups that can be a toss. And one of the things I do want to just point out that Marquette is playing with an extreme amount of freshmen on their team. So to get in the tournament is clearly a win-win for them. I do think, however, the way that Coach Shaka guides these guys very defensive oriented, and if they're shooting the ball and hitting shots, I think it's going to be a tough matchup for Carolina. And I don't know if nostalgia will play a role for Carolina, but I got Marquette coming out in this first round game. Who you got? Yeah,
this a crazy numbers for North Carolina to be 8. I mean, they was up and down this year too. Like, they won. They ain't win the ACC, right?
No, they didn't.
Nah.
But they had a solid year.
Yeah, they had a solid year, but I think they whole main thing is to beat Duke. Like every year, that's it. Like no matter what other schools on their list and all that, if they beat Duke, that's like a championship to them. So it's like they won the conference, the ACC to them. So they might have that going in playing Marquette. Like, oh man, who was this little school out in the Big East or whatever? They, like I'm thinking they may try to, take advantage of that freshman meat that Shaka got over there on his team. But I think Marquette is gonna have to step up their game a little bit more because these dudes are bigger. They run the floor. Well,
they're not necessarily that much bigger because, I mean, if you look at what Marquette has, they got Tyler Kolek, Justin Lewis, Leaky Black. I mean, these guys, man,
are they 6'8"?
But Leaky Leaky Black actually one of the best defenders in the country.
Well,
They are
need
smaller. Marquette, now don't get me wrong, Marquette is smaller. But again, the way Shaka get these guys up and down the floor, I don't know if the Tar Heels got that run game in them like that.
Yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong. If R.J. Davis and Khalid Love get it going with that 3-point shot, Brandon Manick for North Carolina, it can be tough if them dudes hitting jump shots.
The thing I want both of these teams to be on. I don't want North Carolina to have no blowout. I don't want Marquette to be having no blowout. I need both of these teams to be on because that'll let you know where they at going down the stretch with 5 minutes left. You know, everybody, inside going. The Marquette got their threes going. Who gonna make that vital mistake? That turnover or miss that free throw.
And see, that's what I love about the 8-9 matchups, because I think it will come down to a last-minute game. I think those teams are so evenly matched that no matter who's the 8-9, it's going to be, 2-3 minutes to go, and whoever, like you said, don't make that mistake.
Yep.
Don't turn that ball over, who hits them key free throws in the end.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but that's what the tournament is about, man. You got to love this time of the year. But, man, but who did you pick?
Oh, man, come on, man. Of course I'm going with North Carolina.
Oh, man, I thought you was going to show them boys some love.
No, man, Shaka Smart. Shaka can't show him no love. Shaka Smart ain't sent me no Jordans yet, man. He ain't sent me no exclusive colorway, Marquette colorway Jordans, man.
But you do know he's a huge Hoop Dreams fan. Huge.
Oh, did he? I know his brother is. I know his brother is.
He's a Hoop Dreams fan. And I just want to point this out, too, for Shaka Smart. A lot of folks don't know this, but Shaka Smart is actually the first African-American coach ever at Marquette University. So much love to him and much love to Marquette for making that happen. So
that's what's up.
But listen, I'm going to ride with my boys whether they win or lose. So I'm going to go with that, man. But moving on, man, we got number 5, St. Mary's, which comes out of that conference. They were the only team to beat the Zags in, this regular season in conference. And then you got Wyoming versus Indiana. Here's another play-in game. So, of course, I'm going to give the love to the Big Ten, because I think that Big Ten, when you're in that Midwest, it's just something about playing there, man. You just grind all the time. I'm not quite sure if Wyoming has enough to compete with that. But then when you got that Indiana-St. Mary's game, man, that's tough. It's tough. I actually think St. Mary pulls that game out. Who you got?
I don't know, man. St. Mary's is tough. I saw them play this year. I saw all 3 of these guys play, Wyoming and Indiana. But I like that boy. I like Indiana's big boy, Jackson. Yeah, so I'm going to roll with Indiana over Wyoming to play St. Mary's and have Indiana beat St. Mary's.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Interesting. I feel that because, but again, I think.
And I like Indiana's coach.
Yeah, he good people. Here's the thing, man, about these 5-12 matchups. They're not like they used to be. I think the 5-12 matchups are so evenly close in terms of the nature of competition that it's hard to judge these now too, because it's not like it used to be where you just knew the number 5 team was going to smack the number 12 team. And I think this is really interesting that you now have, your Power 5 conference teams in the play-in games. I mean, this is something new probably for Indiana alone. So it's going to be interesting, man, just to see how they handle that play-in game and then got to turn right back around and play in the tournament. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that one, man. And of course, we over here with, moving on, number 4 at UCLA taking on Akron of the Mid-American Conference. And of course, that's the home of the King, LeBron James. And shout out to my good friend Kathleen Holmes, because she is definitely an Akron fan. You don't meet many people that are from small schools like that, but she is a full-fledged fan. So shout out to her. As a matter of fact, she even signed up, man, for the Hoop Dreams thing. So she even picked Akron to beat UCLA. But I'm not going that far. I think UCLA is going to smack them. So that's a no-brainer right there. With the All-Americans they got, that kid Johnny, man, that dude proved so much to me last year in the tournament. I was like, that dude should have went to the league. I was surprised that he came back, but he's a bona fide, man, NBA player on that team. But who you got?
Oh, yeah. I mean, what Akron? I mean, I can't believe they mascot name is the Zips. What the hell is the Zips? I don't understand that. The Akron Zips. For real? Come on, man. UCLA, man, over Akron, man. They should get punished pretty good. I mean, I don't even know how Akron got in the joint. But, yeah, UCLA. They lost the Pac-12 tournament, man. And I ain't like the way they played that game. But
Yeah.
If you can beat them, that means you played a perfect game to beat UCLA, because that boy Zhang, and they got two more other cats on that squad. That outside dude can shoot it.
Absolutely.
And then the other guy, he played the little forward spot. He tough too. Got wear a headband, G.
I know you're talking about.
Yeah. Junior. Waquez Junior or something.
Yeah, I can't pronounce his name. Jamie. I'm just gonna put his first name out there. Jamie.
Yeah.
As his first name.
I like how he played.
But the other great thing, man, is you know, when you hitting over 41% from the 3-point line, it's hard to beat that. It doesn't matter who you play. It's hard to beat that when you're shooting over 40% from the long range. So yeah. I'm with you, man. But I do think that UCLA walk away with that one, man, in a cakewalk. Moving on, man. Number 6, Texas taking on Virginia Tech. This is actually one of the better early matchups that I think is going to surprise a lot of people, because I actually think Virginia Tech, who has been the surprise of the tournament, literally just to get into the tournament, these guys, man, you win the ACC tournament, which was huge. I mean,
yeah.
You talking about, the things that these cats was doing, man, it was short but phenomenal. So I got Virginia Tech beating, I think, a very good Texas team. But I just think that Virginia Tech is riding on such a high, it's going to be hard to beat them right now. Because once you get it going, you figure some things out, it's hard to beat that. But who you got?
Oh, yeah, your confidence rate raises, man, tremendously. And I don't know if Texas is ready for this Virginia Tech team. I mean, because these boys, that boy was shooting unconsciously far for Virginia Tech. Didn't have no scaredness in them, not like I do this.
Absolutely.
And like you said, they riding the high. Them boys, they surprised themselves, for even getting there. But once they won it, you could tell, like, they was like, yeah, they doubted us. Like, I mean, we got here and we beat these guys.
And let's just put this out here. That kid Hunter, man, that dude can shoot the basketball. You got some guys that can shoot, but then you got some guys that can really shoot the basketball. Yeah. When you got a guy in college dropping 9 threes in a game, that's a different level of shooting.
Gee, off a catch and shoot and off the dribble.
Absolutely.
He got them both down.
Both ways. And then, what I like about Virginia Tech, the kids Storm Murphy and Darius Maddox, man, these dudes actually play like big dudes. I mean, it's hard to find guys that want to bang these days. Everybody want to be a stretch. Everybody want to shoot 15-footers. And I'm not against that style of play. But I love it when a guy know he has size and likes to utilize that size, whether he's posting up or even if he's taking, that 15-footer, they're still playing big, because if they shoot it, they're going to follow it up. They don't wait for the game. They actually attack the game, man. So I think Virginia Tech pulls this game out and run away with it.
Yeah. Virginia Tech over Texas.
And, of course, moving on, we got Purdue, number 6. I mean, the number 3 team in the tournament versus Yale at 14. What can you say about Purdue? They got Jaden Ivey over there. Zach Edey, Trayvon Williams. I mean, man, these teams, I mean, they can shoot, and then they got size, and Yale is in trouble. I mean, it's that simple. Yale is in trouble.
Yeah.
So,
all them 5.0s and that smartness ain't gonna get your ass nothing on this court today. Purdue is gonna be giving y'all the books.
absolutely. Tell them to read is a lesson in
Right. They gonna give y'all ass a dissertation.
They're gonna say, figure this one out. If I shoot the ball from this corner with your guy guarding me and it still goes in,
right.
What is the approximation of you trying to block that shot? I mean,
L.
That's it.
L.
That is it, boy. You gotta love it, man. So we ain't gonna spend no time there, man. So we're gonna move on, man. Murray State. This should be a good one. Again, a 7-10 matchup. These are also, man, some of the interesting competitions, but we got Murray State sitting at 7 versus San Francisco sitting at 10. And I like this because San Francisco is one of those teams, man, that, you know, I think can surprise some people in the tournament. They got enough on that team, obviously, because they're in the tournament to get it done. It's one of those kind of toss-up things. So
you think
I'm
so
going to
on that one?
Yeah, but I'm gonna give the nod to San Francisco because I like the fact how they play, man. With that notion, I'm assuming that you're going with Murray State.
Yeah, Murray State some Rough Riders, dog. them boys, they got a chip on their shoulder.
All they do.
I mean, they got a chip on their shoulder, and they have
absolutely.
And I'm gonna say they have the Ja effect. How Ja was clamoring, how he's playing, using his game to clamor for attention from the NBA to say, "Hey, crown me right now." I think they're using that. Murray State is using that type of so I think they're gonna not crush San Francisco, but I think they'll definitely beat them. I haven't seen San Francisco this year.
And they also got two things. I don't want to leave this out because I don't want people like, man, well picked San Francisco. I want to leave this out because Murray State, they got two bona fide, I think, NBA players on their team right now. When you got the player of the year in KJ Williams, he's a dog. And then you got the top rebounder and Tevin Brown, who's a first team all, OVC selection.
Yeah.
I'm not putting anything past them. I mean, they are legit. Not to mention the fact they got Justice Hill, who's the point guard, the floor leader. He's one of your kind of players. He's a point guard. So they do got all of the things you need to win. But I think these games you got to be careful because if they play it down, a team like San Francisco can come in there, man, and sneak up on them because they got some great guards over there too, man. They got Jamari, they got Khalil. I mean, they got some players, and I think if Murray State takes them lightly, San Francisco is going to walk away with that win. And of course, Kentucky, number 2 seed versus the number 15 seed, St. Peter's. I already know you got St. Peter's.
How you know? One of these damn blue bloods gonna have to fall out now. All the blue bloods can't get in now. Damn, can't keep going on to the next round. Shit, you got Kansas, Kentucky, UNC, Duke, like all the blue bloods. One of y'all ass got to fall. Now St. Peter's,
it ain't gonna be St. Peter's though.
St. Peter's,
it will not be St. Peter's because I'm gonna tell you this. You said it earlier. St. Peter's ain't got the horses to compete against them blue bloods. I mean, what they gonna do with that big fella, man? Oscar, ain't nothing you can do.
Well, they got two big fellas.
Yes,
like they got two big fellas. I would love St. Peter's to beat them, but it ain't gonna happen. If Kentucky lose this game, you might well know the fix is in. They threw the game. Somebody getting paid.
Absolutely. And if they doing that, please let me know because I want to get paid too. Because here's my thing. They got that kid over there, man, Kellen Grady. This dude, man, has hit 85 3-pointers this year.
What?
85 3-pointers this year. We're talking about made 3-pointers. Hey, man, listen. And I think Kentucky's been clicking the right way at the right time. So,
Yeah.
I'm going. Obviously, we'll need to spend much time on that. Again, St. Peter's, congratulations on making the tournament. Y'all done won 7 out of your last 8 games, but enjoy it. Enjoy the tournament. Enjoy the tournament. It's time for you to make your picks and score big on the nonstop action with my bookie. Predict winners in each round of my bookie bracket contest for a chance to win a Bitcoin, a Doodle NFT, and over $100,000 more in cash prizes. Whether you're filling out multiple brackets, betting on a national championship winner, or simply looking for player and game props, my bookie has you covered. Sign up today with my bookie and use promo code HoopDreams, all caps, one word, to make your final deposit, earning a free entry into my bookie contest. Selections for the bracket will officially begin on March 13th and close March 17th at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. So make sure you get your deposit in now with promo code HoopDreams to secure that free entry. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with my bookie. Remember, use promo code HoopDreams, all caps, one word. So here's the thing, man. We're going to go on back up. The next round, I picked my guys, Marquette. I got Baylor versus Marquette. And of course, I'm going to ride with them Golden Eagles until they lose. So I ain't got much to say about that. So I'm just going to I'm picking Marquette to win that second round. Who you got?
I got Baylor.
You go Baylor.
Gotta go with the number 1 seed. Them boys is tough. Baylor coming up out of there.
And they are the defending champ. I can't even fight that. But again, I'm loyal. That's all I can say, man. I'm going with them Golden Eagle / Warriors. You know, that's just in my blood. So, and of course, after that, I had, St. Mary's going against UCLA. And obviously, I think this is going to be the end of the line for UCLA. But I got Marquette and UCLA fighting for that Sweet 16 spot. And again, I'm giving Marquette the edge for the Sweet 16 spot. Who you got?
I got UCLA coming up out of there.
So you got UCLA beating Akron. Then you got UCLA beating St. Mary's.
St. Mary's.
And then you got UCLA beating. So you got UCLA going into this to battle for the Sweet 16. Gotcha.
Which will be, I think, will be Purdue.
Really? Because that's where we head next. I picked Virginia Tech to play Purdue in the second round, and I actually got Virginia Tech beating Purdue. But in that bottom half of the bracket, obviously, I think San Francisco is going to beat Murray State. University of Kentucky will beat Stephen F. Austin. And then, of course, after that, I got University of Kentucky beating Virginia Tech and playing Marquette for that Sweet 16 spot. I think out of all of the regions in the NCAA tournament, I think the South has the most potential for any upsets to occur. You can go so many ways in these brackets here, man. As a matter of fact, as I was going through these brackets, it was actually extremely difficult for me to pick my teams. But of course, some are obvious when you look at the first round, Arizona playing, against the play-in game, either Wright or Bryant. And of course, I'm really looking forward to seeing that Wright Bryant game because they got the kid over there, man, who just lighting it up. They got the nation's leading scorer out there in Bryant. So I would love to see him actually get to go up against a team like Arizona, really just to see what he's made of. But in the end, I got Arizona coming out no matter who wins that first round game. Who you got?
Man, I don't even know his name. How the hell I don't know your name and you the NC2A leading scorer, man? Who you playing against, bro? Like, for real. Like, what teams y'all played, man? Bryant? You at Bryant, but Man, I know he better put up 30 on Wright to play Arizona. I know that. I know he better not lose that Wright game, whoever he is. But Arizona, I'm going to take Bryant because they got the leading scorer over Wright, and I'm going to have Arizona play Bryant.
I feel you, man. I feel you.
Because I'm telling you, like, I mean, we always know. We may not know that, but we going to know who lead the NC2A in scoring. I'm going to throw a name out to you, Will, and I bet you remember this dude leading our year in scoring, Greg Guy.
Absolutely.
See what I'm saying? That was years ago. How many points was Greg Guy putting up over there at Texas Pan American, man?
Shoot, what was it, about 30? Wasn't it 30?
At least 30. He was 30.1.
Yeah, I thought it was, yeah.
He was averaging 30. And he was a guard. Played at Oak Park River Forest, man.
One of the great things, man, sometimes about your mid-major schools, you get an opportunity to put up numbers like that. So it's going to be interesting to see if he can actually do something. But here we go again, man, with one of these toss-ups, this 8-9 matchup, and this one should be a really good one because you got Seton Hall seating at the 8th seed versus them TCU Horned Frogs sitting at the 9th, and I got to be honest with you, man, this one's a little tough for me. Simply because of the matchup. I think they are so evenly matched up. Both got big wing guys. They both got quick guards. They can shoot it. They play tough inside. It was really, I hate to say it, man, it was a flip of a coin for me. But I went with Seton Hall simply because I just think that they had a better year playing over there in the Big East than the Big 12 was this year. So I gave them the nod. But who you got?
I'm going to roll with Seton Hall. I watched them play a few games this year. I seen TCU, but I'm going to roll with Seton Hall over that one. They're going to be a tough game, but they should be able to get that.
I think another reason why Seton Hall will win, TCU has one major problem. They are so turnover prone, man. They throw the ball away. 23% of their possessions are turnovers. It's hard to win important basketball games when you're doing that. Now,
Seton Hall get after you too, though.
They do. But when you're turning the ball, so then that means that number actually could increase then. Because if you just doing it regardless.
Yeah, I mean, just think about the scouting report. If you know that, they coaches saying, hey,
absolutely,
they turnover prone. We going to pressure them the whole game.
But I will give TCU this, man. They literally, they are beast on the offensive board. They literally, and I think this might be the highest in the nation. I'm not sure, but I think it is. But they literally are grabbing 40% of their misses. That's like incredible. So I think that keeps them in the game because even in spite of the turnovers, if you're grabbing 40% of your misses, you're getting a lot of putbacks too. So that can keep them going strong. And of course, man, this game here, Houston sitting in the 5th seed versus UAB number 12. You got Kevin Sampson and the Cougars. They lost their star, Marcus Sacer and Tremont Mark for the season, but man, the team was still defensively strong. And you got UAB who won Conference USA behind their star, Jordan Walker, who's putting up 20 points a game. I think it should be, I hate to say this, but I remember playing against UAB back in my day. They've always had those tough kids that played hard. But I think the finesse of Houston and the toughness of Houston and what Kevin Sampson has done with that program over the years would just be too much for them, not to mention the fact Houston's just too big, man. They are just too big. And when you don't have big guys to contend with big guys, the game is over. So I'm giving Houston a nod on that. But who you got?
Yeah, I'm rolling with Houston over UAB. I mean, actually, UAB was recruiting me when I was coming out of high school, when I was coming out of junior college. But I don't care if they lost their stars, Marcus Sasser and the Tremont dude. They just too big, too strong. They're a 5 seed for a reason. They play in that tough conference out there. But hey, if you got the stuff and you want to keep going, UAB, what you got? What you gonna come to the table with? Shock us.
It's time to bring it. Time to show it. If not, enjoy the trip because it's a one way ticket. Well, I guess they'll get a round trip. They got to get back home. We'll give them that. But congratulations on UAB, man, for winning the tournament as well as
Absolutely.
Winning the conference outright. That's huge. So here it is, Agee. Number 4, Illinois versus Chattanooga out of the SoCon Conference, which is interesting enough, man. Chattanooga made it, but I don't know if they are the best team in the conference. They got hot at the right time in the conference and pulled that thing out. But I thought the best team in that conference was Furman University, and they lost the championship game. As you saw it on ESPN, the dude hit that half-court shot, and they was down by 2, and they win by 1. I mean, that's what the NCAA is all about. But the problem is they going against this monster. He's a phenom called Kofi Cockburn, and what you gonna do with that? Ain't nothing you can do with that. And then they got them 2 outstanding guards, Alfonso Plummer and Trent Frazier. Man, Illinois just got too much. And I think Chattanooga, they'll get the experience, being in the NCAA tournament, the lights, the cameras, the action. But this is going to be it for them. Who you got?
Oh, yeah, man. I'm going with Illinois over Chattanooga. Kofi Kirkburn going to be like, give me ball. I dunk. Just keep feeding me ball. I keep dunking.
That's right. I love it. So we ain't going to even got to spend much time on that one, man. Illinois walks away with that one, I think, big. And, of course, moving on, man, this should be an interesting game here. You got Colorado State, who's actually, a 6th seed going against Michigan, Big Ten, who's an 11th seed, and Juwan's back coaching. Do we even call this an upset? Because I got Michigan winning. But when you're the lower seed, and I just think Michigan hasn't played up to their potential, but do you call this an upset because they're the lower seed? What's your take on that?
I don't know, man. I don't know if you can call it an upset. I mean, you can't change the name of the school and the conference that they play in. I mean, shit, they just had a terrible, up and down bad year. They tanked really at the end of the second semester of the year. That's why they 11. Colorado State, they came up out of the ashes a little bit and brought kind of resurrected their program a little bit and got some quality wins up under them. So I can understand them being a 6 or whatever, but I think Juwan gonna have these boys up ready to play, but it ain't gonna be no easy one. This another squad. This another one of them teams that they confident about themselves and know what they can do, and if you just give them that confidence, it's gonna be a tug of war all the way. And Michigan have problems with guys, with other teams who show their confidence, like, you know what I'm saying? When it match their confidence, that's when I need Michigan to go raise their confidence and go to another level and say, okay, you can't match me, you can't match us up here. And that's what I haven't seen Michigan do. But I want Michigan to win this game. I got them to win this game.
Well, I'm gonna put it to you like this. Sorry, Colorado State. But the fact that Michigan got this dude over there named Hunter Dickinson, they ain't got a kid on Colorado State that can match up with that dude, man. Again, I think size matters in the tournament. And when you are, these mid-major schools, they're just not big enough to deal with that size unless you got a Dame Lillard who can just play basketball. I mean, it's hard for schools that don't have the size to compete. So I literally got, Michigan walking away with this one. And of course, man, we got Tennessee with the 3rd seed going against the Longwood Lancers out of the Big South. I have to admit, This is the first time I ever heard of Longwood. I ain't gonna even lie on that one, man. But
Oh, for
listen,
real?
yes. But here's the thing. I've been reading up on them, and they got some ball players over there, man. I mean, they're not coming in here feeling like they're the underdogs, and I love that about a school, man. But at the same token, Tennessee, what they have done in the SEC and what they've been doing the whole year really could have been a 2 seed. I think the Lancers are going to recognize what the SEC and the NCAA tournament is all about. So I think this will be it for them. Who you got?
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for mid-major and non kind of known programs, but Tennessee got that guard over there that's just as unbelievable. They got the other forward dude that's just crazy. Longwood Lancers is going to be a long day. So
Absolutely.
make sure you have your pamper on, you know, take that little butt whooping. Your booty going to hurt going home, sitting on the plane.
Absolutely.
But Tennessee will get this. I mean, come on, man. They from the SEC champions, man. Come on.
And here's the thing, too, man. Every high major team they play, they've lost by 30. So,
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Yep.
that one is what it is. That one is what it is. Now, this next game, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This next game, home team, Chicago, Loyola, going against Ohio State. Of course, Loyola, even though they won the Missouri Valley State, I think they would have got in the tournament regardless. You know, first year head coach Drew, shout out to him, man. He's leading the Ramblers into their 8th tournament. It's something about getting a taste of the tournament. The Ramblers just can't let it go now. And I just think that the Ramblers and Sister Jean, I think they're going to surprise Ohio State. I got them coming out of this one. I got Loyola beating Ohio State in the first round. Who you got?
Yeah, man. I mean, it's almost like Loyola might as well be in the Big Ten. Shit, they, they right down the street over here. Over here on the lake by Northwestern them. I mean, and they play tough. That boy, the Drew boy, got them boys playing.
Absolutely.
I like Liddell and them from Ohio State. They play hard and tough, but they turn the ball over a lot. But I'm gonna roll with the hometown school, the hometown team. I want Loyola to keep pushing it. They've been to the tournament ever since they went to the Final Four. They've not made the tournament. They have made it every year after that. So that's great for they program and for their recruitment process.
Absolutely. And not to mention the fact, I just think they're better than them. They're just better than them. I mean, they got, man, and I love the gym that they playing in over there. See, I like it, man. When schools put some money into what they're doing, man, you can't beat that. But moving on, man, I don't know how much we got to talk about this one. You got the number 2 seed in Villanova going against the number 15 seed in Delaware. I don't even got to point out everything that Villanova got. Colin Gillespie, Justin Moore, Brandon Slater, Khalid Daniels. Oh, they also got a kid named Jermaine Samuel, who can operate against bigs or small, not to mention the fact the team, free throw shooting, they're hitting 85% from the stripes as a team. That's kind of unheard of. College team shooting almost 85% from the line, that's kind of unheard of. So, listen, the biggest thing that Delaware got going on is the fact that Jameer Nelson's son plays for them. So, be glad to see, looking forward to seeing Jameer Nelson Jr. go up against that talent over there at Villanova and see if he got some stripes like his dad. But who you got?
Well, that's about all Delaware gonna. A good thing Delaware gonna do is have Jameer Nelson's son play against some top talent. That's about it. What they gonna get from that? Because Villanova smoking them boys. But Jameer Nelson's son, have a good game, bro. Make this your debut, your show out game to show the scouts and show other people hey, I could play against these bigger schools.
Tell him to call it what it is. Tell him to make this his hoop dreams. That's what he needs to do.
Yeah, this your
Make
hoop
it your
dream game,
dream.
baby.
Absolutely.
I'm auditioning today, baby. Well, we gonna lose by 30. Well, I'm gonna have 40.
That's right. That's right. Hey, pull a CJ McCullough. Say, hey,
Yes.
I can get him every way, every which way. But going back up, man, I got Arizona, and I picked Seton Hall to beat TCU. I got Arizona going against Seton Hall. I got Arizona beating Seton Hall. And then in that bottom half of the bracket, I got Houston and UAB. I picked Houston to beat them. I got Illinois beating Chattanooga. And unfortunately, man, I got Houston beating Illinois. And I got Houston going up against Arizona. And Arizona saying goodbye. And I got them in the Sweet 16. Who you got in that top bracket?
I got Arizona, and then I got Illinois over Houston. And then Illinois gonna play Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
I got Illinois moving on.
Interesting. I like that. And that bottom half of the bracket, obviously we got the Michigan and the Colorado State. Again, we said we don't know if that's really an upset because Colorado State, they are the higher seed, but I got Michigan getting them just to face Tennessee. And I think that's going to be it for Juwan and his crew. Tennessee, I got them beating Michigan. In the bottom half of that bracket, I got Ohio State losing to Loyola Chicago. Got Villanova beating Jameer Nelson Jr. And then I got them going up against Loyola Chicago, against Villanova. I know a lot of people might think I'm crazy, but I got Loyola Chicago beating Villanova, meeting Tennessee. I got Loyola Chicago beating Tennessee to play against Arizona to see who goes to the Sweet 16.
Oh, that's my game that I had. I had Tennessee coming out and Loyola coming out meeting, and to see who's gonna go to that game. And I'm gonna roll with Tennessee over Loyola.
You got Tennessee over Loyola.
Yeah. Now, Tennessee way better than Loyola. Like
I feel you.
Loyola gonna have to play one of them Final Four games, one of them perfect games that they had to beat them boys.
See, I think they will, man. I think them and Sister Jean, man. Sister Jean got them. Sister Jean got them. So who you got going? So your team that's fighting for the Sweet 16 is Tennessee against
Loyola, right?
No, because Tennessee will play Loyola to see who plays for the Sweet 16. Who you got in the top bracket?
I got Illinois.
So you got
Illinois gonna have to play
Arizona.
the winner between Colorado State. No,
you
to come out that region, right?
No, you picked Illinois against Arizona, and did you put Illinois beating Arizona?
Yeah.
For the top half. So you got Illinois going against Tennessee to see who goes to the Sweet 16.
Sweet 16, so they'll play Arizona, yeah.
Gotcha.
You know, Arizona done played Illinois a few times.
They really have. All right, Agee, we're in this final of the NCAA tournament out in the Midwest. Whew. Feel sorry for the Texas A&M winner, even though I think, again, I don't even know how much that even matters because they got to face Kansas. So I got Kansas coming out of that first round game. I'm sure you would agree with me that Kansas would beat whoever is that 16 seed.
Yeah, that's crazy that them two Texas schools, they got to play against each other to try to see who's going to go get their ass whooped against Kansas. But it don't matter about who going between that game. But Kansas is going to beat either one of them. So Kansas coming out of that.
You know, it's interesting. I actually saw both teams play. Texas A&M, that's out of Corpus Christi. They actually ended up beating my son in the second round of their tournament. Again, they're just too small, man. I mean, I think when your center is 6'3", 6'4", you just don't have enough height.
Dude, that was Furman who lost at the buzzer.
To be competitive, so yeah, that's what I told you.
That was Furman who lost at the buzzer.
That's what I'm telling you. Yes. One shining moment before the tournament. Yes. That's what I was telling you. I said, I don't even think the best team made it into the tournament. But I digress. Over here, still in the Midwest, we got the number 8 San Diego State going against Number 9, Creighton. And again, this is one of those toss-up, man. It's I mean, San Diego State, a great defensive team. They got a rim protector, Nathan Mensah. You know, he's averaging over 7 rebounds and 2 blocks a game. Again, you got to have a big guy. After that, you know, it gets a little interesting. I think offensively and defensively, I think Creighton may actually have a little bit more than San Diego State. So I'm gonna get a winner to Creighton.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll with San Diego State out of that. Creighton gonna play them tough though, but I'm gonna roll with SDSU, San Diego State over Creighton.
And you do know that Creighton is shooting nearly 55% from the field as a team.
Yeah, that's cool. But they take all their points is in the paint anyway. They gain rebounders.
But they're a top defensive team too. I mean, I agree with you. They do struggle offensively, but
yeah,
I still think I'm still going to give them the edge, though. Iowa versus Richmond. This is the 5-12 game that I feel bad for Richmond. I think they run into the Big Ten and say, "What is this?" So, Big Ten just come on, man. They got a superstar over there in Keegan Murray. I mean, need I say more? 24 points a game.
Who the hell is that dude?
They got Jordan Bohanna over there, man. Get this, man. This joker is shooting nearly 40% from the threes, and he's made 80 of them. And here's this. He's the Big Ten all-time leading three-point shooter. So you know he's going to come out and lunching them. I think defensively, Richmond just can't. They don't have enough to stop these guys, man. So I got Iowa. Who you got?
Yeah, Iowa going to pull that out. I got Iowa, too.
And then we're just going to move on. The Providence Friars sitting in the 4th seed versus the Jackrabbits. You got to love that name. You got to love that name, man. The Jackrabbits out in the Summit League. Think about this, man. They went 18-0 in their conference, sitting at a 30-4 record, and they're still only the 13th seed. You got to begin to ask the question, man, when are these mid-majors actually going to get a little bit more love in terms of what they're doing? And it's difficult for them to get the love. And I actually think that there's mid-majors, then there's high mid-majors, but they just won't get the love. And I don't think they're going to get any love in this game either. I got Providence beating them easily. Who you got?
I got Providence coming out of there, man. I love the way dude coach have his team ready. They lost the what was that? The Big East Championship. But they should be Providence's tough team. Got a lot of a couple of veterans on that squad.
How about
too.
this? What if I change my mind on you?
For what, about South Dakota State? Oh, no, I mean, it ain't going to be no pushover. You ain't just finna just beat South Dakota State like about 20 or nothing.
Yeah, but what if I tell you that South Dakota State leads the Division I in field goal percentage at 53%. 45% from the threes, 87.5 from the free throw line. The only team shooting better than them is Gonzaga from the free throw stripe. I mean, they got 3 players averaging at least 15, 16 points a game.
And Providence is known for some defense, right?
But
so for Providence to do that, they gonna have to. Somebody ain't gonna get off for South Dakota State. Somebody ain't gonna be shooting that if defense is applied.
You're right about that. I think if they played some defense, I do think that they can beat Providence. You know, I like what Providence is doing, but man, I'm gonna stick with. I'm gonna go with them Jackrabbits out there.
Providence to play Villanova, so
they have.
You know what I'm saying? So
they have.
That's firepower right there. So they ain't like Providence ain't seeing firepower. It's like, hey, who gonna stop this firepower?
Well, I mean, it's not like South Dakota State. They beat some big teams this year too, man. So, yeah, it's gonna be interesting. So you got Providence. I'm going with South Dakota State. We should see how that one works out. And of course, this next game is so interesting, man. Literally, how do you lose your coach right before the tournament? You lose your head coach, Will Wade. They got to work with their associate head coach. I don't know what would be my mental state. And I know a lot of people say, man, we just got to play. We just got to play. But I think you lose something when a guy that's been leading you all year long is no longer there. So I know they are the 6th seed and Iowa State is the 11th seed, but I think Iowa State wins this one virtually because I just think LSU mentally won't be in the game like they need to be. But who you got?
Shit, I think it was the reverse. They're gonna be more mentally in it. Like, oh, okay. Well, they already kind of knew that this was gonna come down because their coach wasn't no choir boy. He ain't had no halo going over his head. You know what I'm saying? They knew what he was. It was like, hey, his voice just ain't on the sideline. But the assistant coaches really is the really ones that, keep the guys engaged, yelling certain things from the sideline to him. So now they gonna rally around this assistant coach guy, and the assistant coach guy gonna be like, hey, y'all go out there and make me look good, make me look like I can coach. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I think he want to win because he wants the job. I'm sure he's like, hey, if I can get these boys through this tournament,
yeah,
I could very well get the nod. But again, you don't think on some level that a team that loses its leader like that, right at the crossroads, they don't lose something? Like I guess I'm asking, what are they fighting for at this stage, at this point?
What you mean? They're in the tournament. They fighting for everything else what everybody else fighting for.
Yeah, but
just because the captain of the ship ain't there, that don't mean the boat got to go down.
Show me one captain that was taken out that the boat didn't go down.
Oh man, there's been plenty of games where guys that got kicked, coaches and got ejected. Assistant coach had to follow through and pull the win out. I'm quite sure there's
right at the moment. I only know of one, and he still had some games he could work with. He didn't get the gig right at tournament time. All I know is the Michigan coach who ever done that.
Oh, Fisher.
Because when Bill Frieden, Fisher the only guy I've ever heard of who did that.
Hey.
But at least he had a couple of games to work with those guys. But that's just my thought. But again, I think they get them, man. I think Iowa State pulls that one out. And of course, man, we got USC going against Miami. You got to show some love for Charlie Moore, man. And now I am trying to figure this one out, man.
No, we got Wisconsin against Colgate, right?
Oh, I did miss that one in. Let me go back up. Wisconsin against Colgate. Oh, shoot. We already know how that's going to go down. All I got to say is Johnny Davis. Johnny Davis. Big Ten Player of the Year. I think Wisconsin, man, I think people are underestimating them, but they are extremely well coached, very good team, probably close to being a great team. You got the Big Ten Player of the Year, not to mention the fact he very well could be the National College Player of the Year. So I think they just got too much for Colgate. Again, Colgate, unfortunately.
I ain't going with Colgate, man. I'm going with Crest. I'm going to go with Crest because they keep my teeth fresh. So I'm rolling with Wisconsin. You got the cheese state school over the toothpaste school. I'm riding with the cheese state guys. Wisconsin.
But you almost got to ask the question too, man. What is the thought process if you Colgate and you reading the lineup sheet and you see a guy like Johnny Davis who gave Purdue 37, a guy like Johnny Davis who gave Indiana 25, Michigan State 30. I mean, what do you say to yourself? I mean, when you in that locker room and you the guy that got to guard them.
Yeah, hey man, I'm just all you gonna do is I'm gonna just try to make it hard on him because if he didn't gave all these other dudes, I'm quite sure they had some self-motivation and self-respect and pride about their defense. But look what he gave y'all ass, 25, 27, 30 and all that. So I'm gonna just go out here and try to do my best on him, and hope he have an off night.
Absolutely.
because dudes like
but
that,
I do want to.
dudes like that who are wheel scorers. There are scores and then there are wheel scorers. Like, motherfucker, I don't care what you do. I don't care if you.
Man,
If
I thank you for that compliment.
right. Like, I don't care what you do. You can double me. I'm gonna find the right player. There's not gonna be nothing you're gonna be able to do to thwart me off my game.
I just heard you say my name. You said they score like Will. That's all I heard you say, man. I ain't hearing nothing else after that, man. So I appreciate that compliment.
So we got Wisconsin over Colgate.
Easy,
right.
easy. Colgate, congratulations for making the tournament. Enjoy it. Now we got, man, 7 seed USC, University of Southern California, going against Miami. Man. This game is tougher than people believe it, because the Trojans, I'm not going to say that they have lottery pick talent, but they do got really good players that will make the league. Obviously, Evan Mobley brother is still there. Isaiah, he's giving them 15. They got the Memphis transfer, Boogie Ellis. He's leading the team in three-point shooting. Chavez Goodwin, he's there. He's a top offensive rebounder. And Drew Peterson is probably the most versatile guy on that team. He's shooting 41% from the three-point strike. They got some good things over there. By Miami, it's interesting, man. These dudes, they got all these 5th, 6th year players on their team because of that COVID year. They basically got grown men out here playing this college game. They obviously got the Chicago homeboy, Charlie Moore. The dude can just play, man. They got Cameron McGusty, who's a first-team All-ACC performer. Isaiah Wong is a shot-making wing. They got Jordan Miller, long, athletic, can get to the rack at ease. One thing that hurts Miami, they're not a great defensive team, but I think they'll play well enough to beat the Trojans. So I'm going with Miami in this game. Who you got?
I got USC in this game. Miami struggles to score down when they get in crunch time. They be indecisive, like they don't know what play they running, don't know who to get the ball to. I like Charlie Moore. He's definitely used all his 18 years of college. The boy got a merry-go-round on how many schools the man went to. But hey, worked out, Charlie M.
Right.
I know you should have at least about 6 degrees by now. But yeah, I'm rocking with USC over Miami.
I hear you, man. We'll see about that, but I just think when you got an experienced vet team like that, them boys literally position themselves to play in that championship game. Do put that thing out the last minute on them, but I'm gonna stick with that. And of course, Auburn, who should be a 1 seed, number 2 seed, against the Gamecocks down there in Jacksonville State. And again,
Jacksonville, Florida.
What's interesting about this is that they didn't even win their tournament. The team that won it, because they're transitioning from D2 to D1, they don't even get to play in the game. So, I guess you accept it. It is what it is. But we all know that the winners of that conference tournament is not playing in this NCAA tournament.
Yeah, that's funny.
So I got Auburn.
They got a Jacksonville State and they got the University of Jacksonville.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So that's they got the state school and the university school. And you say one was a D2 coming to be a D1.
Well, because the team that won the tournament is Bellamy. Bellamy won the tournament, but according to the NCAA rules, you gotta sit out 4 years. So going into your 5th year, you can go to the NCAA tournament, which I actually think is an absurd rule that they're talking about the integrity of the game. My thing is this: if you can hoop, you can hoop. I don't think it messes up the game. Let these teams that transitioning from D2 to D1, if they can play, let them go play. They playing all year long anyway.
Yep.
Ain't messing nothing up. And then what's crazy is, I didn't understand this, but the team that came in 2nd place, they didn't get to go to the tournament. Jacksonville got in because they beat the 2nd place team twice.
Yeah. Wow.
So they get to go play in the tournament. So if you're the team that said, yeah, but we were the runner-up, why didn't we get the bid?
Right.
So I don't even understand the dynamics of the NCAA at times, man. And this is one of them. But that's neither here nor there. Auburn is going to give them a welcome to the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, I heard Bruce Pearl. I heard Bruce Pearl talking about him. Oh, I haven't seen much tape on him because it ain't no tape on him. What are you talking about? I don't know. I seen him. He was on the bracket the other night talking about. I haven't seen Jacksonville State, Florida, but I'm gonna go over here and watch a little bit now. Like, man, you stop lying.
Hey, the real question is, somebody should say, so who you going to call to get tape? Because they ain't sending you tape.
Right.
Who you calling to get some tape? They should ask him, hey, what conference is that, by the way? Do you know what conference they in? I bet Bruce don't even know what conference they in, man.
Yeah.
That's crazy. All right, Agee, this is the way that my brackets are shaping up, man. I got Kansas taking out whoever they're playing in that first round. And in that bottom half, I got San Diego State beating Creighton to play against Kansas. In that game, I got Kansas beating San Diego State. Now, in the bottom half of that bracket, I got Iowa coming out of there against Richmond and Providence beating San Diego State. I keep changing my mind, I know. And then I got Providence going against Iowa, where I actually have Iowa beating Providence to face Kansas.
I got Kansas, San Diego State, and Kansas winner. I got Iowa and Providence the winner.
So in this bottom half of the bracket, I got LSU going against Iowa State. I got Iowa State winning that game. And then the bottom half of that, I got USC against Miami. I'm really liking Miami, so I'm gonna change my mind again and hit it with Miami. And then the bottom half of that bracket, I got Auburn going against Jacksonville State. We know who's going to win that, Auburn. Then I got Auburn going against Miami. I got Auburn beating them. And then in the top half of that bracket, Iowa State going against Wisconsin. And I got Wisconsin beating Iowa State.
Yeah, I got.
What you got?
I got LSU meeting Wisconsin and Wisconsin beating LSU. I got USC and Auburn meeting, and I got Auburn beating USC.
I'm the goat of my era. I've been a trending topic. I'm as fly as a feather. My pocket's macroscopic. See, with time I get better. I'm always in the action, kid. Know I got it locked from Chicago where the toughest live. Concrete jungle, earn my stripes on the pavement there. You make it here, then you can make it anywhere. No comparison. Your game is embarrassing. No one can touch me. I'm all for going there again. Yeah, I think I'm ballin' like I'm Will Gates. I'm hoop dreaming, trying to fight against a sealed fate. More faith, think I'm ballin' like I'm Arthur Agee. I'm box office and one day they gon' have to pay me. Yeah, I think I'm ballin' like I'm Will Gates. I'm hoop dreaming, trying to fight against a sealed fate. More faith, think I'm ballin' like I'm Arthur Agee. I'm box office and one day they gon' have to pay me.
Hoop Dreams the podcast, an Unlearning Network production. Written and produced by Arthur Agee, Will Gates, Matt Hoffer, with audio engineering from Matt Savage. For more episodes, check us out at www.unlearningnetwork.com.
Gotta be a dog to survive in this cold weather. Ice in my veins, no need for a warm sweater. I'm coming for it all, best believe I won't let up, yeah. Hey, I think I'm ballin' like I'm Will Gates. I'm hoop dreaming, trying to fight against a sealed fate. More faith, think I'm ballin' like I'm Arthur Agee. I'm box office and one day they gon' have to pay me. Yeah, I think I'm ballin' like I'm Will Gates. I'm hoop dreaming, trying to fight against a sealed fate. More faith, think I'm ballin' like I'm Arthur Agee. I'm box office and one day they gon' have to pay me.